What's up, everybody? Big George Kokoris here with Lennar Homes, Polk County Ambassador. I'm here at Blackburn's Barbecue, and we are here again to introduce you to all things Polk. And if you know Polk, you got to know Blackburn's Barbecue. Everybody knows that George is a big foodie, and this is some of the best barbecue that I've ever had. So we're going to go in here and check it out and speak to the owner, and we're going to introduce you, because if you're in Polk County, you have to stop at Blackburn's Barbecue. Hey, why don't we take a minute and just go back to these smokers and check them out?
Yeah, I want you to check out my little Weber. I mean, you'll love it. You'll love it.
Thing. It's cool.
Hey, you want to speak? We got a 10 burner range, double ovens right here. We coil all the corn casserole and everything here. We got a flat top. We cook all the garlic bread, chicken, the grilled cheese, anything. Charbroiler, so eventually I'll be bringing steaks along, and then fryers. All prepped up, coleslaw, potato salad, everything for salads, baked beans, all of our hot stuff. This is Matt right here. He's cutting some brisket right now. Show him how tender that brisket is, Matty. That was perfect right there, man. I mean, absolutely perfect.
Oh, thank you. It's just very good.
See in here? So this is my little Weber I was telling you about. So here we got chicken, turkey down on the bottom here. Then we got 7 briskets sitting right here. Then we have butt and ribs all on the bottom. They'll cook up until they start getting this dark color brown right here. And then we'll flip them, and then we'll wrap them, and they'll stay wrapped for about 35 minutes until they get the temperature, until the bone falls off. I know competition mainly usually says that you don't want the rib to fall off the bone, but a lot of my customers don't even have teeth, and they can still eat the ribs because they're that tender. And then we got more ribs. This is a typical Friday. As they cook, they'll cook for about another 3 more hours. And then we got more chicken, sausage, more ribs, and then more brisket. So everything on the smoker, each door cooks a different way, because it's all set smoker. And where the flashing stops, where it's an indirect heat, this is actually the hottest part on the smoker. So as these cooked at the indirect heat, this is more of a direct heat with smoke. And then everything, as the smoke clears out from having the doors up, we got ventilation, and everything pulls all the heat out. And then that's my office up there. So I appreciate y'all stopping by. Thank you very much.
What's up, everybody? Big George. I am here with the owner of Blackburn's, Brandon Blackburn. I want to hear about his story and how it all started. Thank you very much for meeting with me, Brandon. I got the pleasure of being here a couple times. Absolutely awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about how it all began for you?
Oh, absolutely, man. We started in January of 2014. We were in a food truck on the Eagle 8 Loop Road as soon as you go to the railroad tracks. And we stayed there for a little over 2 years on Friday and Saturday. And we would, I'd mow grass on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with my dad's business. And then Thursday, I'd get prepped up for Friday and Saturday. And we'd go down there and sell out. It was very condensed around all the houses right there. There wasn't a lot of, there's storage units there now, but originally it was just a field, old orange grove, and we'd go out there and set up every Friday and Saturday and sell out every single weekend. So then we ended up, when they started building the storage units, we moved to Badcock and Eagle Lake. And we were there for about 6 months until the opportunity came for me to buy this, and I was able to get the money up and able to buy this place. And everybody thought I was crazy for buying it for $130-something thousand back in 2017. And Well, you look at real estate prices now, it's a little different story.
Oh no, absolutely. You got a hell of a deal. Like, as an agent myself, I can honestly tell you that. But more importantly, you had this great opportunity where you started from very humble beginnings, and then you built it up. And you can't do that unless the food's damn good. I gotta tell you, I did peek back there, and I did look at the smoker. Probably one of the most impressive smokers that I've ever seen on a food truck. So I saw his humble beginnings, which he has actually incorporated, so he can keep that same awesome flavor in this building. Now, I had to get to him before they open, because if I don't, I'm not going to be able to speak to him. You're not going to be able to hear, because this place gets absolutely packed. So I do appreciate you opening it up here a little bit early. Tell me a little bit about some of your specialties here, things that people have absolutely got to try.
Well, the chicken wings are one of the top favorites. We always used to have them just on a day-to-day basis, because I used to fully smoke them, because before we did the renovations, we didn't have fryers, so we didn't fry nothing, so they would fully smoke, and they were good, but they'd never get that true crispiness that a fryer can give to it. So now we sell about 600 wings a day, give or take, just wings. But quesadillas, the brisket, grilled cheese, I mean, they're all really sharp. I mean, we sell a lot of them, but most of the things, of all of the specialty items we do, we still sell the most ribs. We use spare ribs, so they're a 3-pound rib after we trim it up, and we still sell about 100 slabs a day.
That is a lot.
Here in Eagle Lake.
That's a lot. You're here in Eagle Lake. Now, let me tell you, as a restaurateur, my family came from restaurants. Anybody who knows me knows that they are closed Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. One, so Mr. Brandon don't die. And number two, so they can prepare their meat, because a smoke business is not like any other restaurant where you can just grab it and kind of throw it in and cook it up. So how long does it take you to prepare, for those 4 days of business, that Wednesday through Saturday?
So the brisket, pulled pork, and turkey take about 12 hours to cook. So again, exactly what you said. We had a customer here yesterday. He was like, "I'm kind of sad that you ran out of brisket." And it was around 7 o'clock. So I mean, I get it if you got your heart set on something, but we close in an hour. And I told him, I was like, I mean this in no disrespect, but I'm excited as hell that I actually sold out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at least tomorrow if you decide to come here, you're getting fresh stuff. Because if I had it, I would sell it. You know what I'm saying? So when you sell out 12 to 16 briskets per day, and each one of them weighs 12 to 15 pounds, I mean, you can kind of do the math there.
That's a lot of meat.
Oh yeah, and that's just one meat, not counting the pounds on sausage. And then we do about 30 or 40 whole chickens a day, and then pulled chicken, we do a case of that, that's 40 pounds. So you break it up, and it's like back when we first started doing it, because the smoker was actually built, me and my brother and my dad built the smoker in around 2001. So it's an old school stick burner, 1,000 gallon propane tank, and he built it all set from a design he got off of a smoker in Texas. So I don't never classify that we're actually Texas barbecue, because I do a whole array of spin on just stuff that I've watched from Pit Masters and John Taffer with Bar Rescue. I mean, it's just so much different things to just make what people like and what I like too. Because if I eat it, I feel like somebody else will eat it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Absolutely. Makes perfect sense to me. So with this area growing, right now I looked it up, and Eagle Lake's got about just over 3,000 people living here. I know we're building about 1,100 homes in a community nearby, so we're going to actually add about 25% more people. And I know they expanded that road down a little bit on 17, so we see a lot of change, a lot of growth. I know they're expanding the Polk Parkway. That's going to head down. That's a 7-year project that's going to loop around Lake Wales and come back up to I-4. So as a business owner, what do you feel about it?
I think growth is good. I mean, with so many people, whenever I call them transplants, so whenever people move from other states and move down here, you know what I'm saying, they're always accustomed to sticking with what they know up there. So like your corporate chains and stuff like that. So whenever they actually give an opportunity to move and try something different, unique, because that's the good benefit about barbecue is there's not corporates in here and in this area yet, such as Orlando and Tampa and stuff, but they're all good, and there's plenty of business for everybody here. So as we grow, it gives more business to everybody. I'm not trying to hog it all, because when you open up on 11 o'clock and 11:05, you go on an hour wait for a table, and you don't move off that until 7 o'clock at night. We had plenty of business, and there's plenty enough for all of everybody.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much, Brandon. I also want to take a minute as well, because I did hear that, as you came from humble beginnings and you have this great operation, you're a great chef, your food speaks volumes, and I'm speaking from my personal experiences. Your place is super busy all the time. But I also hear that you give back quite a bit to the community, that you do a lot of donating back. And can you speak a little bit about that? Because I love it when you don't just take, you give. You're giving back into the community, and I absolutely think it's super important that people understand that you're a giver, you're a hard worker, and that you're giving your all. So tell me a little bit about some of the things that you're giving to.
Well, whenever it comes to anything from the baseball down there in Eagle Lake, I always try to support here of Eagle Lake. So whenever they come to me about sponsoring that, I had the opportunity to sponsor the whole facility, but I was in the process of doing the remodel, and this took a big chunk of change. So I was like, I'd really love everything to be the Blackburn orange down there, but unfortunately, I was like, well, I can do half of it. So, I mean, we still got 4 dugouts down there. It looks great and everything. And then everything we do around here, because when I was a kid, Eagle Lake was heavily involved in the community. Mm-hmm. And now that's why I wanted to bring back the Santa on the fire truck and stuff like that, and throwing candy out to kids, because kids are only little once, and if you don't seize that opportunity and they miss out on it, it's just they don't know if they never seen it. But if I can give them the opportunity, and with everything with Polk County Fire Rescue, and we do a lot with Polk County Sheriffs, and we all got a great relationship, and I feel like you need those relationships in business, because if you don't never help them, there's no reason for them not to help you. But I feel like it's always good to have that good binding relationship and be humble about it and take care of them on any means necessary. Absolutely.
Paying it forward, getting to know each other. That's what we're doing. I want to make sure if you are in Eagle Lake and you're driving down 17, for the love of God, turn your head to the left as you're driving by Blackburn's Barbecue, because if you ain't eating here, you're missing out. I promise you that. So all the people up in Winter Haven, all those people down in Lower Bartow, when they're driving through Eagle Lake, you got to check out Blackburn's Barbecue. Thank you very much, Brandon. I appreciate it.
I do want to add one more thing.
Sure.
Right now, with the difficult time of finding employees, that's one thing that we do have here. If you are seated here, we got the best hostess, we got the best servers, we got the best cooks in there, and they are loyal to me until forever. So, I mean, I do appreciate that from everything, you know what I'm saying? Because it's really difficult to find good help, but
Absolutely.
Whenever you find it, you know you got it. And that goes a long way, and that's a peace of mind when you lay your head down at night, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. Good help is totally hard to find, and you have an amazing crew. So thank you very much, my friend. Guys, Blackburn's Barbecue, check it out.